Hi, welcome back. From where we left off, and what I remember, is that Monokuma telling us that they have found a body in the school, and that we have to go looking now. I honestly hope that it's none of the characters I like, because I've been jinxed by this game, saying that it was that all the characters I like have been either killed or found guilty. Technically both, because the first class trial, Leon was the guilty one and he ended up getting killed in that really super brutal way. So I'm not going to mention which other characters I like out loud, or else it's going to read my mind. Now I'm on the second floor, because this is where everything's been sort of happening this past time. I'm thinking that something either happened in the library or the pool. Since the pool is the closest, I'm gonna check there first. Please don't. I don't want to find myself with an unwanted surprise. Let's see what's in here. Huh? The door's open, but there aren't supposed to be... But aren't these supposed to be locked? Ding dong, ding dong.
For this investigation, I have unlocked the doors. Please look around to your heart's content.
Investigation?
It's all clear now.
Oh, Byakuya. Ah, he's not dead. I don't really remember from what happened last time, so I don't really remember who's alive and who's not. But Byakuya is alive. We're on a good start. Okay, just as I thought. Byakuya?
I see.
Judging from what he said, there's no doubt a murder really has taken place. Come on. And the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody's searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. He was muttering as if he was only talking to himself. Without waiting for a reply, he pressed his hand against the girls' locker room door. And the door swung open without a sound. Please, 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 please. The moment time seemed to freeze. Please, 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 please. No! No, 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 no! Chihiro! No, why? This game wants to hurt me. I don't know how long it took me to fully comprehend the reality of what I was looking at. But as soon as I did... Sorry, what kind of scream is that? It was like a loud yawn. A wild, most primeval scream escaped from my mouth. No. Why? Why? Please tell me why. Chihiro. I tried to suppress my scream, but it was useless. It urged out of me surged out of me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Byakuya, on the other hand, he's straight-faced, I know.
Very strange.
Most unusual, don't you think? He was totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
There. Look, Chihiro's corpse has been suspended somehow. And something's been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust? Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? Killed her. How could it not be brutal? No, that's not it. This murder is far too bizarre for an everyday amateur to have committed. Unlike Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as whoever did this did it for fun. See what I mean, don't you? What? My head was swimming. I was still reeling too. confused to understand what he was trying to say. And before I could even begin to clear my head...
What the heck?
Hey, I heard screaming. Did something... Ah! Chihiro! Ding dong, ding... Oh, ding dong, ding dong.
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
I know I wanted the next class trial to come, but I didn't know it was gonna be Chihiro. And... What the hell was that?
What?
Ah, that's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka's, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Proceed fairly? The body discovery announcement? And Chihiro really is...
Naturally.
dead. Yes. Before you start screaming your head off, go around everyone up. Seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover a killer. Taka bolted out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time had passed. It was like all my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body.
Damn.
Damn, couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim. Which means we are now in the same position once again. F, man. What the F is this? It's a dream. This is a dream. This is all just a dream. In fact, I haven't even been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being alive. Shut up. Thank you, Celeste. Okay. For now, pay attention to the wall. Huh? I said it once already. There's a word written there. On the wall? I think that says bloodlust. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
So...
I don't think this is any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't that sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. And at the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did And what nickname did the internet give this mysterious serial killer?
What?
Genocide Jack! Genocide Jack, a murderous fiend who grisly attacks, were famous across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
What is this?
This is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. The real? Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way. But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I am surprised at their stupidity.
Well,
I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. What is it now? Toko! Nina was pointing towards the entrance of the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. No! Why? What? And she fainted. Or something like that. She was on the door, right? She fainted! That did not sound good. It's Toko! Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up! Oh, that's right. I just remembered what she said about how she faints every time she sees blood.
Oh.
So she is homophobic? I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like, on purpose. So since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count. Gotcha.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up! As if she'd heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction. I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. Toko? In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through. Her emotions were totally haphazard. Huh? What? Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only one? Toko, are you okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. Wow, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
What the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top and an A and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. What is up with you, Toko? This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No. Everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. The stutter's all gone? That's a good thing, right? I'm starting to think something about Toko. I'll tell you later, though. It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
So,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me? If you need help, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? What? She totally ignored me. Very well. You take the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo to guard duty again? Hold on a second. Rushing to an investigation? The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course!
Right, Rain. Don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works. Then it's happened again? Is that what you're saying? Another one of us killed a fellow classmate? What does it freak you out? Got no balls. You guys got no balls, you know that? There is nothing down there at all. Well, I'll let you prey on mine if you want. Actually, I don't have any. I'm sorry, I think. Actually, I don't have any either. Sorry.
Stop talking.
Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? I sure did, chum.
It's the Monokuma
Allow me to present you
file.
the next Monokuma file. I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
See ya later!
So, promise to your very tippy-top best on this investigation.
No way!
Do we really gotta do another investigation? Stop pointing that at me. Examining the corpse of one of our friends. Having to suspect all our other friends.
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore. Careful, Aoi. Sayaka said the same thing too, and so did Chihiro. Just, I don't want you to be next, even though you're not on my favorites list.
Oh
I hate it too! Don't worry, Yasuko. You're probably spared, because you're not on my liking list too.
Help me!
I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
Hey!
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. Dead body is a simple object. You are very enthusiastic about all this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon.
What?
What, do you want to die?
Such ignorance.
Fine, then go off and die somewhere. Right now. Go ahead. You're a waste of space. Damn,
Damn you!
Dead body is an object?
Piece of shit!
Chihiro wasn't an object. Show a little respect or I'll beat some into ya.
Calm down.
Everyone, stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said. Kyoko,
Because...
if we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right about that Genocide Jack is somehow the one that killed Chihiro,
That's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
What?
Forget more victims. If we mess this up, we're all dead meat.
Hey! Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually...
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right? Ooh, let's put added to the regulations menu.
So then...
In that case, why not limit it to one person?
Hey!
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
Punishment is waiting for
Farewell
you.
for now. I'll catch you guys at the class trial. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger.
Interesting.
Which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut the F up.
So,
Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna drop Toko off at her room. Nice! I'm gonna get dropped off.
there is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation toute suite. If we do not solve the mystery on who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. It's true, I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. Okay, first of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. It's not... oh, well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Monokuma file number 2, blah, 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 blah. Hey Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know. So what did you need? I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So, you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. Oh, I'm not complaining. Okay, let's check out the message first. Word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning of it? What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. Okay. Poor Chihiro. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look at it, the more strange it seems. It must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but
What?
if we're still not sure he did it, is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. Some blood here on this poster. Poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. Sorry about that. There's some on the carpet too. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. Okay, guess this dumbbell is the murder weapon. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. Monokuma files said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does this mean this dumbbell was actually the murder? Oh, it's Makoto. Sorry. Does this mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Locker room dumbbell has been added to the blah 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 blah. Okay, let's talk to Sakura. I use this locker room all the time. Now it has become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still.
Well,
I still think she came here of her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately with how she wanted to get stronger. You're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
perhaps.
Hina or myself are actually in the locker room during the day, so she reports probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However,
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. Sakura's account has been blah 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 blah. Alright, you're next, Mondo. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talking about it, right? All I need to do is get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did. Which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't that strong. Makoto is treading on thin ice there. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Wanders a can. Now I believe it's time for us to move on. Huh? Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. You're so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. Pushy, but I like that. I don't know why. I do. So, this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out yourself. It's no fun, It's no fun if you don't, right? What else is there? If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. As he said that, and quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
You called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all designed to interface with each of your handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual hand. Oh, that's Monokuma. And I like doing the Monokuma voice, so. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
They were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl. Then ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. Sorry. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go into the girls' locker room, and only boys can go into the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words...
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
Such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But, am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been right in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out a loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. Yeah, you're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so,
Why you?
so sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader has been added to the blah 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 blah. My throat dry, but I brought backup. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Let me know how to figure out for myself. Okay. Nothing about the door. I'm highly doubt Byakuya is going to tell us something. Anything on the trophy? That's just a monitor and gun. What's this? What is that? There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook? No wait, there's 3 of them. But what are they doing here? So, you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then, these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did, I guess it's Sayaka's. Yeah, Sayaka. Everything related to Makoto has to do with Sayaka for some reason. That's how I guess. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. We should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been right in front of you this entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only by the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I see. Yeah, now I understand. Main hall e-handbooks have been added. Blah, 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 blah.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
It's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. And the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. I don't want to look at that again. The memory of it came flooding back. The cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the masterminds concocted. A cruel, heartless death. God, don't bring those memories back to me. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for a handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey!
Making
Hey, hey,
me
hey, hey, hey!
Now
Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to a student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it would break, it wouldn't frickin' break. It can withstand up to 10 tons pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but, even my amazing handbook does have one single weak spot. Does?
I can't hear you!
Oh, but it's a secret. I wouldn't want you go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think. I think this handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But, you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken in handbook, blah 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 blah. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? Okay. Where should we go next? Hold on. There's still more waiting to be said. Really? Am I just supposed to talk to you? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then, you really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the true is the culprit in this case. Is this about Genocide Jack? The murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's no one else it could be. The murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could it really be demented? Could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. The words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Okay, so go. What? Byakuya? Be more. The mailbox again? Yeah. Oh, am I missing something? Oh. I'm sorry. Okay. Only lending it is against the rules. In other words, no problem with borrowing one. One other thing that bothers me is the fact that Leon's handbook won't turn on. Monokuma said Leon's handbook isn't broken, but it won't turn on. That much is certain. It's really unrelated to the case. Either way, something about it still bothers me. Now are we done? Tell me what it is, Byakuya. We have to talk to him
Don't
again.
make me repeat myself.
There we go. Yeah, I'm kinda slow on these things now, right? And I have a basis to believe that, I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Oh, I need to click it. This game's broken to me.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Jack, blah, 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 basis. There we go. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really... hey, you two. Oh, it's Ellie. Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play
We're
with you.
busy. Leave us alone.
I mean...
But it's an emergency. Emergency. Come on, please. You gotta help me. Okay, what does that mean?
Please!
This is a serious emergency. Please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay? You know?
I mean...
But it's an emergency. Okay, what is this emergency? An emergency? What happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting strange earlier, right? What shall we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
What he said. Didn't expect that. Though for sure I thought for sure he'd say no. But that'd be the end of it.
Yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she's headed to the dorms, to Toko's room most likely. You're right. Okay, Toko. What's the matter? Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency? Aoi, tell me what's wrong. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her. You know, see how she's doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Toko, come on out and talk to us. May as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Toko? Why are you like that, Toko? Holy crap! The aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
What? And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. That's not true. Okay, so this is what I was thinking earlier. I was thinking that when she woke up, she was acting kind of weird, right? I got this sudden thought in mind that maybe she has a double personality. You know, kind of like that movie, can't remember what it's called, Split, I think, where the guy has multiple personalities. And you know how Toko was saying that, like, at least that stutter is gone or something like that? Yeah, I think she has a double personality. And what she just said about Genocide Jack not taking control, I'm gonna keep Toko on my watchful eye list. That's all I'm gonna say for now. What was that? She's been acting like that this whole time. When I rang a little while ago... I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's scared?
But...
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Doesn't she have a thing for Byakuya? Yeah, from like the last video, she was like, she went to spy on Byakuya with me in the library. Hey Byakuya, do you think you could ask her to come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? Really? Oh. Well, she's gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Well... Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Ah, Bakula.
It's Byakuya.
Byakuya. Oh, Byakuya. I was pronouncing it wrong. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. I'm having thoughts that if it's true that Toko has a double personality, that Genocide Jack is also Toko? Does that mean Toko killed her? Killed Chihiro? No. If that's the thing, then it has happened once again. A character I like, but this time it's double bad. Chihiro I liked, he was murdered. And Toko, if she really is guilty, because we don't know for sure yet, she gets executed and dies anyway. Please let what I'm thinking not be the case. And with that, the door slammed shut. I'm on high speculation this time. I don't know why. I'm getting into it. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Oh, hold on. Hey, Byakuya. Okay, now I learned how to do it. Hey, Byakuya. What was that Toko was talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya? And I hurried to catch up. Sorry, Byakuya just sounds more natural, you know? Byakuya. It also reminds me of Bakugan or something like that. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking forward towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. What do you want this time, Byakuya? Oh, Byakuya, sorry. The evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really is in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. I don't think it's in the book. What if it's in the archive room? Remember? Yeah, if I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. I can't make a deeper voice than that, okay? Don't judge me. Whoa, there are so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Okay. Guess I'll start looking through the shelves. There's so many files stuck onto the shelf. What's in all these things?
That's enough.
These things? Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones in real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, then take a look. Oh, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Is there a different stuff? What's this? Reading lamp? Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, and then I moved it over here. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Okay. I saw something here. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Extension cord, huh? Okay. Check there. What are these? This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. You have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on the presidential assassination. The original is kept in the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I return the file to the shelf. What's left? I think that's just the laundry. What's left is this bookcase right here. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of things any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are the investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in this library is because of this room right here. It's home to
Interesting.
classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. It's not wrong. It's actually true. Well, it's not that. It's just, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. Can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it. What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean, usual? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple, those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? Right again? But what makes you think of your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt. So we've read them a million times each? I'm kidding. I'm exaggerating. Hold on a second. You're saying you read all these documents more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this in our homes. Ours is bigger, of course, and it's not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that even possible?
So, in other words,
I already told you. There's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that allows me to one day bend this world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. It's beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me is the most were the cold cases police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
that's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin with, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack letter. The first characteristic is that every single crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristics, where the victims are suspended. The only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police and the higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
in other
God.
words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then, Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us?
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. I'm good, Byakuya. That'll do. Do I have to reread? Okay. Yeah. See all that? Oh, I think I have to talk to him. Byakuya, about the Genocide Jack case file. Did you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it here, but you can't take it with you. Murder cases of Genocide Jack. Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. As I reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. freaky. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32, Tetsuhiro Honda, 17, Shoji Gaku, 23, Kano Issei, 14, Takeshi Yoshida, 30, Komatsunataro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takeshi Masamune, Yuto Yumejima. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read it. All the killers, countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. You know what's different though? With Chihiro, she is suspended and has the bloodlust words, the bloodlust written on the wall. But here, it's just scissors. You see, like here in the top right, you can see that the hand has scissors through it, and you can see in the bottom right, the guy has scissors stuck in him everywhere. So I think I'm having speculations, okay? And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now, take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page. Profiling results. All of the crimes took place on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it would be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered in the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests the suspect may potentially suffer from a dissociative identity disorder. See? I'm right. The double personality thing. Things are looking closer to Toko. Oh my gosh.
So, in other words,
the key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Split personality? Like the kind of things you see on TV. So, I'm part of another totally unbelievable story, but this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. I feel like my mind has gone numb. Genocide Jack case file, blah 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 blah.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Well, wait, Byakuya! As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out to the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play with you.
Come on, enough of your annoying misinterpretations. Did you really think we'd be together this whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered something really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro, and that murderous fiend is one of us. Who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. To do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Maybe I should check the library just one more time. Even though I don't see anything different. This lamp, why isn't it turning on? Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. Not plugged in. But you know what? I'm gonna call him Byakuya, okay? That's what I'm gonna call him. I don't care if it's right or wrong. Byakuya, he was sitting there at that desk reading, right? And if you see in the far, there's an outlet. And he also knew that there was an extension cord in the archive. So where is it? Byakuya's getting a little sus. Maybe there's some clue here somewhere. Yes, this thing, the extension cord. The shelf is packed with typed books. But looking at it, maybe there's some kind of clue here. Oh. Guess there's nothing on Something in here? Or is that just another book? It has something to do with the cord. Let's get the file back just in case. I want to take another look at the Genocide Jack case file. I know it's around here somewhere. Huh? It's gone. Someone take it out of the archive? But the only one who would do something like that. Can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Oh wait, no. It wasn't just the bookcase I wanted to check out. I wanted to check out the thingy with the extension cord. I want to see if there was any extra clues on there. Wooden box is empty. The extension cord was in there before. That's it. Okay. I guess I'm done in the library. Guess I'll head back to the locker rooms. Back to where Chihiro's gone. Now, I'm not going to announce any good characters anymore. I'm just gonna get jinxed. Oh, it's really kind of blocking the boys' bathroom, but okay. Ding ding ding! Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me. Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet.
That's it.
But I
I'm sure of it.
guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? Oh yeah. Miss Lou Ludenberg said she witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What'd you see?
Well,
She
it would
refused to tell
seem-
me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where is Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at this... Never mind. I'm over-speculating. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? Let's look at the boys one first. There's a stain. Is that something? There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Boys' locker room's carpet, blah 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 blah. What else is there? That's the door to the pool, so I'm guessing yes. I don't think anything useful in it. Huh, this poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit the boys' locker room. Okay. Boys' locker room. Let's check out the girls. Something about a poster? Okay then. Something to think about. Oh no, look at that again. Kyoko. Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on the investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Besides something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then,
before I go, let me give you a piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. That, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess we'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about. Okay, guess I gotta take a look at Chihiro. Kyoko said that I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyways. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? Is that... this rope has a plug? Wait, so then it isn't a rope at all. It's the extension cord Byakuya was using! Oh no... was he the one that propped her up like that? Don't tell me Byakuya is the killer. Please don't. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think about it, too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack files, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Yep, I have an idea on something. Status of the dead body. Blah, blah, blah. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together, the true nature of that rope that was used to suspend Chihiro, and to figure out this certain place I need to revisit to look over again. Plus, I might help look into Genocide Jack's case file one more time. Yeah, so I gotta go back to the library. Somewhat? The poster? Placement on the poster. The poster is most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. So you're saying they were switched? Oh, but wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... That's right, it's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little more about the locker rooms. Locker room posts, two locker room posters, blah blah blah. Who knows it better than Sakura? You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay then, let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day, I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet right now.
of course.
Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain had disappeared. As I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with? Disappearing stain. But there was a stain in the boys' locker room. Was the carpet switched too? The only explanation. Okay, I think that's it. The girls' locker room. See, mon ami. Right, let's get on. I need to head to the library again. Because too many suspicions are heading on to Byakuya, whatever. I'm calling him Byakuya, okay? It's my game through. Here, this is what I wanted to look at. No? Okay, then it's either that or the box in the archive room. In here. Wooden box is empty. The extension cord is here before. Is that it? Did I not have to come here? Let me see if it says the same thing here. Yeah, it's assuming you couldn't take it. So I guess I don't need anything in the library anymore. Should just keep it. Yep, I think everything's done. Oh. The lamp? Huh? The lamp won't turn on, so it's not plugged in. It's on my side. It was definitely on, and it's definitely right here. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. There's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... That's what I was trying to get. I was trying to get a clue about the extension cord. Because I knew for sure that it was there. Now I need to talk to Celeste. I still don't know how to pronounce her name. Sorry. Sorry to those who are probably cringing saying, oh, but, you know, it's supposed to be said like this or that. And I'm like, sorry, say it verbally and I'll understand. Now I need to find her in the warehouse, right? Where is the warehouse? Because I don't even remember. There's only one, actually. Let me see if I can find it on the map. The dining hall. And the warehouse. Okay, I see now. Is this the warehouse? Please tell me it is. This seems like a warehouse. There she is. Celeste. Celeste? What are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. I have absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then, did you find something? Very well. I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse. What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. Hey, Celeste, don't say that to Chihiro. She went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there's no trace of a track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying. Which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Celeste's account has been... Okay, what next? Serio? There's an exclamation mark where Aoi was. So I'm guessing there's something you have to talk to her about? Maybe? Yes, no, maybe so? Over here. My glasses keep falling. They're loose, I know. Aoi, help me some stuff. Oh, Nina, how's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out, and she keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah!
Oh, but don't worry. I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which... Oh, it's the photo. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. She didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it just wasn't us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. She was just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh, wait, maybe she's used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Aoi's account's been added to true words. Ding dong, ding dong. Does that mean investigation time's over?
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for! The class trial! You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
begin the trial, or it's about to begin. The red door right through here. Next class trial to find out who killed Chihiro is next. I have 2 suspects, but they're both on speculations. Byakuya and Toko. Toko, because of the reason that I highly think that she's a double personality and her other personality is Genocide Jack. That's what I think. Byakuya has a lot of things heading his way. Like how he said before that how the victims of the Genocide Jack cases are like held up or suspended, and that nobody on the media or the internet knew about it. Only he knew that because he had the documents about it. And there's the extension cord. So I honestly can't think of anyone besides those 2 that could have done it. But then again, there have been a lot of plot twists lately, so I have a feeling something interesting is going to happen, but I've run out of time, so the class trial is going to have to wait till next time. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.